Hello everyone. I hope you all are fine at your respective places. Our topic for today is structure of atom. After the lesson is over, we will be able to define atomic number and mass number, represent an atom symbolically, and differentiate between cation and anion. So let's start from what we know. We already know that all atoms, all elements are made up of atoms, and atoms are comprised of three important subatomic particles: the positively charged protons, the negatively charged electrons, and the particles which do not carry any charge, that is the neutrons. Let's now talk about the structure of atom. The positively charged protons and the neutral particles, the neutrons, are located in the nucleus of the atom, which is located at the center. So this is the nucleus of the atom, which contains the protons and the neutrons, whereas the negatively charged particles, that is the electrons, they revolve around the nucleus in circular orbits. Let's now talk about the charge on an atom. The atom contains equal number of positively charged particles and negatively charged particles. This means the number of protons is equals to the number of electrons. That is, the total plus charge is equals to the total minus charge. So, an atom is electrically neutral. That means it does not carry any charge. Let's now talk about some important terms related to the atom. The first is the atomic number. The atomic number is represented by the alphabet Z. The atomic number is equal to the total number of protons which are present in an atom of an element. So, atomic number is equals to the total number of protons. Now let's do a small simulation to understand this. Okay, so here we are able to see the periodic table, and here we are able to see the atom. The center of the atom here, which is being shown by a cross, that is the nucleus of the atom, and we just discussed that the nucleus of the atom contains the protons and the neutrons. Now here we are able to see three bowls, and all these three bowls contain 10 protons, 10 neutrons and 10 electrons. So let's put the protons one by one and see what is the change which is here visible in the periodic table. So let's take one proton. So when we take one proton, we are able to see it indicates the element hydrogen, and look at the position in the periodic table. Here, let's take another proton and keep checking the location. That is, the second is the helium. Let's take another. Lithium. Please check the location for the lithium. Then beryllium. boron. Similarly, when we increase the number of protons, 6 is carbon, check the location of carbon, then nitrogen, then oxygen, fluorine, and finally neon. So we are able to see the different elements here. So we come to a conclusion that elements in the periodic table are arranged according to their atomic number, increasing atomic number. So elements are arranged in increasing atomic number. Increasing atomic number. One more thing we can check out from here is that elements are arranged horizontally. They are not arranged vertically down. They are arranged horizontally. So elements are arranged horizontally. Okay. Now let's talk about the mass number. The mass number of an atom is represented by the letter A, capital A, and it is the total number of protons and the neutrons which are present in the atom. Total number of protons and neutrons. So, proton number plus neutron number gives the mass. Now let's talk about how is an atom represented. For this, let's do that activity. Okay, now here we are able to see the mass number. Okay, so now let's put one proton here and see what happens. It's one proton, hydrogen. Check the location, take the number from here and here. I'll add one more, that is helium. So if I add helium, here it is again 2 here. But now we have to remember that we are talking about mass number. And mass number, protons also we have to add. So helium contains 2 neutrons, 2 protons and 2 neutrons, which makes a total of 4. Mass number 4. And now check here that 4 is written here. Mass number is written here. And when we have added 2 neutrons here, there is no change here. Change was only here. So this means that the atomic number is written towards the left hand side of the element and the mass number is written here again on the left hand side. But atomic number is written at the bottom and the mass number is written at the top. We can again check for carbon. So carbon is having 6 protons and 6 neutrons. So 2 protons, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So here we now know that here it is that Z, and Z is the atomic number. And here that is the mass number. Mass number, that is represented by the letter A. Now here 1 plus 6 is coming, that we can again remove. Why? Because we have not yet added any electrons. So if we add, please remember, as we have discussed earlier, the atom contains equal number of positively charged particles and the negatively charged particles. So again 6 electrons we have to put. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So now we are able to see that the plus 6 has gone. So the atom or the element is represented, the left hand side bottom atomic number and the left hand side top the mass number. About what happens when atoms lose or gain electrons. When atoms lose or gain electrons, they form ions. They form ions. When the atoms lose electrons, they become positively charged ions known as cations. And when the atom gains electron, it becomes negatively charged particles and then it is called anions. Now let's do a small activity, again simulation to check out this. Okay, so let's first try with hydrogen atom. Hydrogen atom is having 1 proton, and it's not, the ordinary hydrogen atom does not contain a neutron. So we are not adding the neutron here, but it's having 1 electron, 1 proton, so 1 electron. So we'll add 1 electron. Now please check out here, it is written a neutral atom. So 1 proton, 1 electron, equal number of positively and negatively charged particles makes the atom a neutral atom. But what happens if we take this electron out? If we try to take this electron out, now it is no more a neutral atom. It is a positively charged particle, and this is cation. So this means that when atom loses electron, they form positively charged particles known as cations. Let's try with one more. So the lithium contains 3 protons and 3 electrons, again 1, 2 and 3. Now here again it's a neutral atom. So what will happen if we take out 1 electron from the lithium? So if we take out 1 electron from lithium, again it has become a plus ion, a positively charged ion. Okay, now let's try for another element. Let's try for oxygen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the oxygen contains 8 protons and 8 electrons. It contains 8 neutrons also. 6, 7 and 8. So now let's put 8 electrons here. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So 2 electrons here and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Again, please check out there. It's a neutral atom. Now, let's give 2 more electrons to oxygen atom and see what happens. Now, the moment the atom has gained electrons, please check out here, it has become an ion, and that too a negatively charged ion. And a negatively charged ion is known as anion. A negatively charged particle is known as an anion. So by this, we have completed our topic, and after the lesson is over, now we are able to define atomic number and mass number, represent an atom symbolically, and define cation and anion. Bye-bye. Take care, stay safe and stay